You can access the entire episode now on our website, forbiddenknowledge.news, Rokfin, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. As broadly different as those communities sound, there's so many connections between them that I just think that the individuals within those communities, if they would come together and share more notes, maybe there'd be a better understanding of some of the things that are happening. But I completely agree with you, because I've had my own astral, out-of-body, meditative, and psychedelic experiences over the years that have propelled me to exactly where I am today. Very synchronistic, very spiritual, quite incredible experiences, and made contact with entities that I understand as ancestors or spirit guides, but I can also see where the extraterrestrial or interdimensional side comes in, because I have made contact with seemingly entities that aren't necessarily human. So it gets very interesting as to what can occur during these altered states. And I know we've discussed this a long time ago on my show, but I'd like to kind of revisit some of your most profound experiences. And how did this really begin for you? What was the first experience that set you off in that direction?
I tell the stories all the time of early childhood and having paranormal experiences, having past life remembrances growing up, even having first memories of pre-birth, which many people have these. It's weird because they're etched into your mind. I could remember that more clearly than what I had for lunch yesterday. So it's these very strong memories that stick with you your whole life. And what happened was those kind of went away growing up. So it was growing up, I was very open to these things. And then coming out of, and then it kind of just went away getting into high school, basically. And then it didn't kick in till after college, after I started to work and I started to have sleep paralysis. And this is what propelled me into where I am today. It was something that I couldn't fight. Many people have sleep paralysis. You go to sleep at night, you wake up in the middle of the night. Sometimes you feel a pressure on your body. Sometimes you feel a presence in the room. And you're basically awake, fully consciously aware and awake, but you're locked inside your body. You can't move, you're paralyzed. So basically, it's your mind inside your body screaming to wake up, which is a very awful experience. And this would happen pretty often back in my early 20s when I was working. And I started to notice that there was something in the room with me when this was happening. So I could feel a presence walking in, which made me even more fearful. I tried to wake myself up. I couldn't. And this would progressively get worse and worse and worse until one night I just kind of had it. And I wasn't really scared anymore. I was more pissed off. So you move from like fear to anger. And why is this happening? So I just couldn't take it anymore. So I tried to fight my way out of it, and I was shaking inside my body so hard that I forced myself out, or I popped out. That wasn't my intention. I thought I would just wake up, but I popped out of my body, came to above my bed, saw my body laying in the bed, just like a near-death experience. I thought I killed myself by doing this. And what made things worse is that there was an entity standing at the foot of my bed. And this entity looked exactly what people describe as the Grim Reaper. It was a very large, tall being. It looked like it was wearing a dark cloak. And I couldn't make out any details. It just looked like a huge shadow with a form. And that scared me so much, I popped back into my body and woke up. But what that did is it just opened another world to me. It's one of those moments in your life that it's a dose of reality. where you know that this is not a hallucination, this is not drug induced, this is not a dream. This was a real event that shook me out of my body, where I could experience life beyond the body. So you instantly have realizations that, yes, there is a life after the body dies. Your consciousness survives death, but it enters into this other world that's not the physical. It's a disconnection from the physical world. And that is a very scary experience when you first, especially when you're not expecting it and you show up there. It's but what happened is, it wasn't fear, it wasn't anger, it was curiosity. Now I was completely fascinated because I entered that world. I knew how to go there, and I wanted to do it again. And it's funny because I hear this from a lot of people that do this. It's that some people are just like, never again, get away from me. I'm never leaving my body again. And some are like, I need to go. It's like, what drugs do it? I need to go again.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. And so I started to put myself into a meditative state before going to sleep. And there's this place in between waking and dreaming, where the body shuts off and the mind is still active. And it's a very tiny window. And once you feel that sensation, it's a sensation, it's a feeling, that like a numbness that goes through your body, like a warmth, a vibration goes through your body at that time. And right when you feel that, it's like you drop into this other body, which is the spirit or astral body. And then you can will yourself, is the only word I can use, because it's a completely different thing than using your body, because you're trying not to lift your arm. You're trying not to roll your physical body. You're trying to lift your spiritual arm or roll your astral body. So you have to get used to that kind of transition. And that's when I started to explore this other world.
Now, in these different astral realms, there are layers to these. There are different levels, right?
I wouldn't really describe it as levels. I would just call it a stage. And like from this stage or from this realm, or you can step other places. And many people that first enter into this, a lot of people call it the lower astral, and this is where you get your entities and a lot of weird things. And this is the place where you go first. Most people get very frightened of this place because everything that you carry, and this is also a shamanic perspective, all the things that you carry, your wounds, your attachments, even entities or demons that you carry through life, from like addictions, obsessions, wounds, traumas, family, friends, whatever it is, the accumulation of energetic signatures, when you step out, those things are now the reality.
So your thought forms could, in a sense, confront you in a way.
That's exactly what it is. It's like a mirror of your subconscious energy body is now being reflected directly at you, so you can see what you carry. And most people don't understand that everybody carries things. All right, everybody, unless you're doing the work. And even when you're doing the work, things come to you. You live a physical life. You need to understand the process of the energies that we carry. So at first, when you come out and you have like entities trying to pull at you, or it feels like there's an attack on you. You have to realize that these things are somehow connected to you.